to the next topic. So today I am going to take the first chapter, that is real numbers. All right. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So the first question is, and meanwhile, if you are getting stuck in any of the question from the part which we have already discussed, please let me know. I'll be taking those questions. So the first question over here is, what is the, I'm not starting with the concept. I believe you are aware of the concept. You have already given your pre-board, the exam you have given, like one of the exam, whether it was pre-board or just a normal exam in your school. So you are aware of the concept. You are aware of the each and every formulas and everything. I'm starting with the question. Let's do it. So what is the HCF of smallest prime number and the smallest composite number? Anyone? What is the smallest prime number?
2.
Yeah, what?
The smallest prime number is 2.
Yeah, and the smallest composite number is?
4.
Yeah. The smallest prime number is 2 and the smallest composite number is 4. Anyone from here, if you are having any doubt in this part, prime numbers are number which are just divisible by 1 and itself, and the smallest prime number is 2. The smallest composite number, that means the number which is having more factors apart from 1 and itself, that number, the smallest number is 4. Okay. So 1 is neither prime nor composite, you must know. In these two cases, we cannot take 1 because 1 is not a prime number, 1 is not a composite number. So HCF of 2 and 4 will be, what will be the HCF of 2 and 4? It's 2 only, because you can see, if you want to go by factorization method, you can check it. 2 is having only one factor, that is 2 only, and 4 is having 2 times 2, and highest common factor, we just take the common one. Okay, that's why the HCF is 2 only. If you want to check by long division, that also you can do. Let's do the next question. Right, whether 2 root 45 plus 3 root 20 by 2 root 5 rather than write whether, it will be check whether. Is an irrational or a rational number. Check it whether this is an irrational number or a rational number. How to do so? Anyone? What is irrational number? What is rational number? So rational number is a number which will be in the form of p by q, right? Where p and q are integer and q must not be zero. One more thing you must know that rational numbers are number which are it can be terminating, it can be non-terminating also. But if it is non-terminating, it has to be repeating, right? Recurring decimal.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
irrational numbers are number which is non-terminating but non-recurring also. And one example you can take, that is pi. Pi is one of the example of irrational number because the value of pi in actual value of pi is 3.14. Like certain numbers are there and without any pattern it will keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. So that's why pi is an irrational, or all the square root number which are not perfect square, those are irrational number. So we have to check the given expression is a rational or irrational. What can be done over here? We can simplify the given expression, okay? We can take 2 root 45 plus 3 root 20 divided by 2 root 5, and we will try to simplify it. Maybe after simplifying it, we will be getting something which will give us the hint that whether it is rational or irrational. So if you want to simplify it, you can go ahead and you can multiply with root 5 on numerator and denominator. I am going to just break and check whether it is possible to take out something from root 45 to take out something from root 20 or not. So let's see. We will be having 45 can be written as 9 into 5. 9 5 times 45. 20 can be written as 5 4 times 20. Here we are having 2 root 5. Let's simplify it further. So 2 9 will come out. So into 3 will come out. Root 5 got stuck inside the square root sign. Here what will come out? 2 will come out, and again root 5 got stuck. Divided by root 5. Now one thing you can see that root 5 from the numerator and denominator is getting cancelled. Here 2 was there. So we are having 3 2 times 6 root 5 plus 3 2 times 6 root 5 divided by 2 root 5. If we will be taking root 5 common, in numerator we will be having 6 plus 6 12. In denominator we will be having 2. So the result is 6. Is it rational or irrational?
Rational.
It's a rational number. So first thing first, just whenever such questions are given, try to simplify it. Here it was possible to cancel it out. Sometime you have to do the rationalization and you have to check. So just check it that way whether it is possible to simplify it or not. Maybe after simplifying you will get the idea that whether it's a rational or not. Okay. Our next question is, if HCF of 65 and 117 is expressible in the form 65 and minus 117, find the value of n. What to do over here? Anyone?
Do we first have to find the HCF?
Yeah, let's find. So what will be the HCF of 65 and 117? Let's do it long division method. How many times it will go? How many times will it go? You all know long division method, right? Right?
Yes. Just go once, right?
One times. One times again. Then again one times. Is it so? Are we going correctly? Here it will be 1, right? 6 minus 5, 1. 13 table, does it contain 52? Anyone? Does the table of 13 contains 52? Till which number you know the table? 13 4 times?
4.
Hmm?
Nothing, I was just gonna say it's divisible. I mean, it's if you divide 52 by 13, it would be 4.
Yeah, it will be 4, right? Because 13 4 times, 52 only. So, what is the HCF? What's the HCF? Have you seen this method or this is the first time you are seeing this method? Yes, anyone please unmute yourself and tell me. Have you used this process earlier?
No, ma'am.
You have not used? Yes, Kiran, anyone?
The HCF would be 13, right?
Yeah, HCF will be 13. So whatever method you use, please check it by that method. What are you getting the HCF? HCF we are getting as 13, right? Check it. Check it by your method. Whatever method you use for finding the HCF, just check it by that method, whether you are getting 13 or not. HCF of 65 and 170. It's what? Yes, Jasleen, 13, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The question says if the HCF of 65 and 170 is expressible in the form of this. So HCF we got 13. Now 13 is expressible in the form of given expression. So we can write 13 is equals to 65 and minus 117. And from here, let's see what we will be getting as a value of n. Please let me know what are you getting as a value of n. Each and everyone find it, and if you can unmute yourself, please do. Otherwise, write it in the chat box. What you got as a n. Meanwhile, let me search another question.
Would n be 2?
N be 2. Okay,
I think so, it's 2.
it can be 2. Everyone is getting 2 only.
One second, ma'am.
Yeah. Who said? Are you getting 2? Yes. Jasleen, Kiran, Madiha, Shamina. Everyone is getting 2 only. Yes. Okay, let's move ahead. So 2 is our answer. The value of n will be 2. The question is clearly written over here. If the HCF of this 2 is expressible in this form, find the value of n. So HCF we will find, we will make one equation and we just have to find the value of n from there. Alright, let's take few more questions. So the next question says a number when divided by 14 gives remainder as 5. What remainder we will get when the same number divided by 7. So a number when divided by 14 gives remainder 5. What remainder we will get when the same number is divided by 7? What to do over here? Do you know Euclid's algorithm? Yes. Do you know Euclid's algorithm?
No, ma'am.
Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
Yes, Jasleen. Have you like real number you have done or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you have learned about rationals, irrationals, and HCF, LCM. These are the things which you have learned.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's not there in the syllabus. All right. So yeah, I got this question from the previous year, and I thought that yeah, it's still continuing. Okay, it's not there. That's why you have not done it. Yeah, I have also checked the syllabus and it was not there. Since I got this question, then I started explaining it. Let me take the questions which are there in the syllabus. Okay, these are the questions from 2020 only. After that only, I think the syllabus has been changed. Let me take another question. So, can you please confirm the HCF, LCM, the formula which are related with each other, that is there in your syllabus, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And rational, irrational is also there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, if I'll be taking this question, write a rational number between root 2 and root 3. Any one rational number in between these two. Anyone?
Um,
Yeah.
1.5. I
What
think.
is
I think 1.5.
1.5?
Will that be considered?
Yeah. That will be considered. Right. Let me check if any other condition is given over here or what. Yes, that will be considered. Let me check the condition first in the question itself, whether it is asking about anything else or what. Yeah, we can take any rational number in between these two. We just need to know what is the value of this one. So this one value is 1.41 and this one value is 1.7 something. Okay. So in between these two number, we can take any number, right?
Yes,
Right?
ma'am.
And that's a rational number, so we can take a terminating decimal. We can also take a non-terminating but repeating decimal, which has to be in between these two number. Okay, I can see here lots of different types of questions. Very basic questions are there. Find the HCF, LCM by prime factorization method. Okay, I'm giving one question. Everyone do it by your own and tell me what is the answer for that. Find the HCF and LCM of 672 120 by prime factorization method. Just tell me the answer. Do it by your own and tell me what will be the answer. Okay, you can write the answer in the chat box. The question, if you want to see, it's 672 120. . . What you got?
I got the LCM as 360.
Okay.
If I'm wrong.
Everyone is getting the same?
Three 360, ma'am.
Okay. So that's perfect. What about HCF?
Six.
Yeah, everyone is getting the same.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's move ahead and let's do a few questions from polynomials. So do you understand the zero? Is it there in the syllabus or not? First tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Like zeros of the polynomial.
It's there.
So if I am drawing a graph like this, how many zeros are there? Graph 1, graph 2. Do you know how to check the number of zeros over here?
Yes, in the first one, it's just one.
Okay, first one is just 1. Everyone agreeing with her? Next one,
Three.
third one,
Two.
2,
perfect. Next one,
4,
Four.
so basically, when we are finding the zeros in graphical representation, zeros means how many times our graph is intersecting x-axis. That will be the zeros. Okay, here it will be like we are having 0. Here the graph is touching x-axis 1 time, 2 time and 3 times. So these are the zeros of this polynomial. The polynomial's graph is there and we are finding the number of zeros. If in the graph the value would be written, suppose in the graph here 0, here 1, here 2, here 3, here 4. Just like this, the values must be, if it is given, then we can say that this x equals to 4 is one of the 0, x equals to 2 is one of the 0, or x equals to 6 is one of the 0. So this way we can find the zeros of the polynomial. Since here nothing is given and it's just asking find the number of 0, so we can say the graph is touching the x-axis 2 points, so 2 zeros are there. The graph is touching the x-axis at 4 points, so 4 zeros are there. So till now the equation which you used to solve, that is x, the linear equation, if we will say the polynomial which is in the linear form x plus 5 or something, there this equation is a linear equation. Okay, if we are having the polynomial px as a x plus 5, then this is a linear equation, linear polynomial. Here we will be having a straight line touching the x-axis at only one point. Okay, so it can be just like this, touching the x-axis at one point. For quadratic polynomial, we will be having a polynomial which will be having this, the example the question number 3, the graph number 3, it's one of the example of quadratic polynomial. Why? Because here two zeros are there. The graph number 2 is having 3 zeros, so it is cubic polynomial. Okay, the graph number 4 is having 4 zeros, that means the highest power of 4 in that polynomial has to be 4. That's why we are getting 4 values. All these values can be same, can be different, doesn't matter. Now Find the quadratic polynomial the sum and the product of whose zeros are -3 and 2. How to find the quadratic polynomial from here?
The standard one, it's like k bracket x square minus sum of zeros x and plus product of zeros.
So ax square minus 3x plus 2 is equals to 0. A, k, whatever you are writing. Is it so?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is -3, so it will be +3. Okay, it was already negative, it will be plus. Yeah, that's correct. Have you done division algorithm for polynomials?
That's cut from our syllabus.
That's,
Cut from our syllabus this year.
yeah, like you are not audible clearly. Can you please repeat?
That's cut from our syllabus this year, so we didn't do it.
Okay, this just discarded from the syllabus this year only. Yeah, just a second now. If I am giving one question, just a random question from anywhere, can you just see it whether you are able to solve it or not? The next term of the AP root 6, root 24, root 54. The next term is anyone? Yeah. Let's do these two questions. What is the area of semicircle of diameter D? Let me write, options are also there. Yeah, let's do this three questions. The next term of the AP, root 6, root 24, root 54 is, do we need to apply? These are 1 marks question. Okay. So are we going to apply the formula of AP and a term, sum of and term, anything else? No. We are just going to use the concept of AP. AP means what? The first term, then first term plus common difference, then the second term plus common difference. So let's see what is the common difference over here. Then we can add that common difference in root 54 and we can find the next term. But since every term are in under root, how to find the common difference over here? It's not even looking like same common difference. So yes, it's not looking like that, but we need to simplify it at first. So if we will be simplifying root 6, it will be under root 2 times 3. If we will be simplifying this one, it will be 6 into 4. So okay, we can take out 2 from here, 2 root 6 we can write, and this one root 6 only I am writing. Is it clear so far?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear? 54 can be written as, let's break it. So we will be having 9 6 times 54. So 3 will come out root 6. So what is the common difference? 2 root 6 minus root 6. Root 6 is the common difference. 3 root 6 minus 2 root 6. Root 6 is the common difference. So the next term will be 1 root 6, 2 root 6, 3 root 6. Can I write 4 root 6? And if options are given over here, then just push this 4 inside the root sign. So we will be having under root 6, 4 must be in pair. That's why it is outside. So 6 4 times 24, 24 4 times 96. So either it will be 96 if option is given, or we can directly say 4 root 6 will be the next term. Right? Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? This is 1 marks question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now the next question, the distance of a point from x-axis. This one is very simple. Please let me know what will be the distance of this point from x-axis. This point, distance from x-axis. Where this point must be lying? I believe in the second quadrant here. What will be the distance of this point from this line, x-axis? Distance means what? Whenever we are talking about distance in circle chapter, if you I believe we have discussed, I think in class 9. Okay, so if there is a point and we are having a line, if you want to find distance of this point from this line, this can be the distance, 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 and this can be the distance. Whenever we are talking about the distance, we will always take the perpendicular distance. Why? Because that is the bare minimum distance, and that distance we will always take in general. So whenever we have to measure a distance of a point from a line, we will be always taking the perpendicular distance. If I am drawing a circle and if I am drawing a chord, so on this chord, if I have to measure the distance of the center, that means a perpendicular distance we will be thinking about, because that is the smallest distance, and that is the general, like always we will be taking in general the perpendicular distance only. Whenever a point is given, a line is given, find the distance of a point from the line. So you will be dropping a perpendicular, and that distance only you will be finding. So here, if it is asking the distance of this point from x-axis, we will be just dropping a perpendicular and we will be checking what is the distance. Now, are you getting the idea what is the distance? Anyone? I have dropped the perpendicular. Are you getting the idea what will be the distance?
7.
7. Obviously. 7 is the distance. On y-axis, it is 7. So 7 unit is the distance of the point, this one, from x-axis. Clear? Is it clear to everyone why we are taking 7?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's move ahead. What is the area of the semicircle of diameter d? A circle is having diameter d, and we have to find the area of the semicircle from this 4 option. Which one will be the correct option? So if the circle is having diameter d, radius of the circle will be d over 2. And area of the circle formula is pi r square. So pi, we can write d by 2 whole square. That means pi d square by 4. Now we have to find the area of semicircle. This is the area of the circle we have written in terms of d. What will be the area of the semicircle? Anyone?
Half of this, like of the given formula.
Which option is the correct option over here? A, B, C, D. Can you see? Anyone?
So pi. Mm, Is it option C?
Yeah, it's option C. Because once you will divide pi d square by 4 by 2, it will come out as a pi d square by 8 only. Everyone, are you getting it?
Yes,
Are you
ma'am.
getting? It will be pi d square by 8. What we did over here, a circle is having diameter d. We know the area formula for the circle is pi r square. Now r is d by 2 over there. So we have substituted d by 2 over there. And then we got pi d square by 4. Let's move ahead. The pair of equation 2x is equals to 5y plus 6 and 15y is equals to 6x minus 18 represents intersecting line, parallel line, coincident line, either intersecting or parallel. So the pair of this straight line represent what? Check it.